Imagine living in one of America's fastest-growing cities, surrounded by skyscrapers, BBQ joints, football fanatics, and booming business opportunities, yet not breaking the bank doing it. Welcome to Dallas. But here's the million-dollar question. Can you really live large in the Big D on a small budget? The answer might surprise you, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stretch every dollar without sacrificing your lifestyle. Dallas isn't just cowboy hats and brisket. It's a thriving, modern economic powerhouse. But like any big city, it comes with a price tag. Or does it? In this video, we'll break down the real cost of living in Dallas, from housing to transportation, entertainment to groceries. We'll compare it to other major metros, spotlight some hidden local hacks, and show you how people are living well here on $40,000 to $60,000 a year, or even less. We'll also explore why so many people are moving to Dallas, the latest economic data, and how you can live smarter in the Big D, even if you're on a shoestring. Dallas isn't the first place that comes to mind when people think about affordable urban living. It's a big city, no doubt, with big lights, big sports teams, and big ambitions. But unlike New York or San Francisco, where the very skyline feels financially out of reach, Dallas offers something paradoxical: the energy of a major metropolis at a price tag that still lets you breathe. And that, in today's economy, is priceless. What makes Dallas special isn't just what you see on a postcard, it's what you feel when you walk through it. The city pulses with momentum, from the polished glass towers of Uptown to the gritty murals in Deep Ellum, from the hipster coffeehouses in Bishop Arts to the longhorn-lined fences on the outer fringes. There's an eclectic mix of worlds colliding here, and they're all somehow more accessible than you'd expect. Let's begin with the heart of any budget: housing. In coastal cities, a modest one-bedroom can cost you half or more of your monthly income. In Dallas, while rent prices have risen in recent years, the average remains under $1,700 for a well-located one-bedroom. And if you're willing to make small trade-offs, maybe an extra 10-minute commute, a few less amenities, you can find spaces in the $1,200 to $300 range. Some neighborhoods, especially south of I-30 or in the older pockets of East Dallas, offer charming duplexes or older apartments that are less glossy, but equally livable. And for those moving from cities like LA or DC, this feels like unlocking a cheat code. But the housing story doesn't end with affordability. It's also about growth. Dallas is still expanding. New developments are springing up in areas that once sat neglected. Revitalization efforts, supported by both public and private sectors, are turning forgotten corners into walkable hubs. And while this inevitably comes with concerns about gentrification and displacement, it also signals something important. Dallas is not stagnating. It's building, breathing, and inviting people in. Now zoom out beyond housing. What does it actually cost to live here day to day? Food is one of those overlooked budget killers in other cities. A burrito in LA can run you $14. A sandwich in Manhattan? Don't even ask. But Dallas, with its rich cultural tapestry, offers up culinary variety without the coastal price gouge. Taco stands dot every other block in some neighborhoods. Vietnamese, Ethiopian, Caribbean, Indian, all served generously, often under $10. Grocery stores like Aldi, Fiesta Mart, and H-E-B, when you drive out a bit, help stretch your budget with produce and staples that don't make you feel like you're sacrificing health for savings. You don't have to choose between flavor and frugality here. You can have both. Transportation, while a challenge in some respects, is another place where Dallas becomes quietly generous. It's true, the city is built for cars. The DART system, though improving, isn't as comprehensive as transit in places like Chicago or Boston. But let's talk trade-offs. Gas in Texas is regularly cheaper than the national average. Car insurance rates are modest, and perhaps most importantly, there's no state income tax. That alone adds hundreds, if not thousands, back into your pocket each year. It makes buying a car more doable. It makes owning a car more manageable. And for remote workers or freelancers, Dallas offers the rare freedom of flexibility without financial strain. Entertainment might be the most underrated value in this city. While LA has its Hollywood glitz and New York its Broadway lights, Dallas surprises you with how much you can do without emptying your wallet. There are free concerts at Clyde Warren Park, outdoor movie nights, local brewery events, and public art crawls. The Dallas Museum of Art offers general admission without charge. Sports are big. This is Cowboys country after all. But even if you can't afford a front row seat at AT&T Stadium, You can feel the energy pulsing through every sports bar on Sunday. There's culture and camaraderie here that doesn't depend on a high bank balance, and that matters. Feeling connected to a city, that you belong there, is half the battle when trying to stretch your income. What's more, Dallas offers a kind of time luxury other cities have lost. Commutes, while far from perfect, are often faster than those in more densely packed metros. You don't spend 90 minutes on a train each way, and that means time for a second job or a side hustle. It means more flexibility if you're a parent. It means bandwidth to plan, cook, save, breathe. But not everything is roses and cheap tacos. The city's rapid growth has put strain on infrastructure. Some school districts remain underfunded. Public healthcare access is a persistent issue, especially for uninsured or underinsured residents. Property taxes in Texas, while offset by no income tax, can be a surprise for homeowners. And yes, if you want to live in the trendiest spots like Uptown or Knox-Henderson, you'll be paying premium prices. Dallas still operates on a tiered system. The big savings are there, but they require smart decisions. Still, even with these caveats, Dallas offers a runway that other cities simply don't. A recent graduate here isn't instantly priced out. A young family can find a starter home without moving to the outer edges of society. An entrepreneur can launch a business and still afford to make mistakes. That margin, the space to take risks, recover, and try again, is what makes Dallas feel different. It's not just livable, it's forgiving. Then there's the social currency. In Dallas, you're not judged by your zip code in the same way as in LA or Manhattan. There's a humility here, a practicality. People are proud of their hustle, but they don't need to wear designer shoes to prove it. There's room for ambition, but also for simplicity. That's a rare balance. Let's talk opportunity. This is a city where employers are hungry for talent, whether you're in tech, healthcare, logistics, finance, or media. Dallas has job pipelines for every kind of worker. The cost of doing business here is low. Startups are sprouting up not just downtown, but in suburbs like Plano and Irving. Corporations are expanding. And this means the city isn't just livable, it's climbable. You can move up without moving out. What's perhaps most striking is that so many people living modestly in Dallas don't feel poor. They feel empowered. When your rent isn't eating half your income, when your groceries don't cost more than your car payment, when you have time to think, walk, relax, you're not just surviving, you're living. Compare that to someone in San Francisco making $100,000 a year and barely scraping by. Here, someone making half that can live with dignity, and maybe even save. That emotional shift from scarcity to stability is transformational. And it's what makes Dallas such a sleeper city for budget-conscious dreamers. There's also a psychological factor. In cities like New York or San Jose, you often feel like you're running a race you didn't sign up for. Everyone's ahead. Everyone's climbing. The urgency is constant. But in Dallas, there's more permission to go at your own pace. You don't feel like a failure because you're not a VP by 30. There's pride in building a life slowly, steadily. There's joy in balance. This is not to say that Dallas is perfect, or that it's immune from the pressures of a nationwide cost of living crisis. Rents are creeping up. More people are moving in. Wages, while better than some states, still lag behind the ideal. Inflation, though softer in Texas than in coastal hubs, still eats away at earnings. But the foundation is stronger here. The math makes more sense. And when you're not bleeding financially every month, you're more likely to invest in yourself, your education, your health, your relationships. The ripple effects are powerful. For many, Dallas represents not just a cheaper place to live, but a smarter one. A city where dreams don't have to be delayed because of high rent, where your dollar feels like it has meaning again, where you can actually imagine a future that isn't built on debt and stress. So, when we say living large in Dallas on a small budget, we're not talking about luxury condos and Teslas on a teacher's salary. We're talking about real, meaningful abundance, peace of mind, opportunity, community, and time. That kind of wealth doesn't always come with a price tag. And that's why Dallas is worth talking about. Dallas was recently named one of the top 10 US cities for remote workers, thanks to its strong Wi-Fi infrastructure, co-working spaces, and low cost of living. Several large employers, including Goldman Sachs and Tesla suppliers, are expanding their operations in the DFW area, potentially bringing thousands of new jobs. Rental prices are beginning to tick up again in central areas, so now might be the last chance to lock in affordable leases before another price surge. Texas's continued zero-state income tax policy makes it especially attractive to young professionals looking to build wealth. Dallas isn't a miracle city, but it does offer something rare: a chance to live in a thriving, opportunity-rich environment without the soul-crushing cost of coastal cities. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck in overpriced metros, or considering a fresh start where your income actually means something, Dallas might just be your next move. Big dreams don't always require big dollars. Sometimes you just need a city where your dollars go further. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I really appreciate you watching. If you found this useful, a like would be fantastic, and subscribing helps me keep creating content you'll hopefully enjoy. Please share your experiences and any questions in the comments. I always try to read and respond. Your support keeps this channel going. Until our next video, take care.